I said we needed Tariff podcast equipment.
Yeah.
And that would do wonders for the industry. Again, we talk about real world experiences. We talk about things that actually happen and things that we've actually accomplished.
Yeah.
That's how we base our conversations. There's a lot of things going on in the creator community right now. People are calling influencers broke. Tariffs are hitting equipment. I don't know. That's just kind of the general consensus for the past few months. Welcome to another episode of This Isn't My Degree. You want to do the honors of chucking that thing?
This isn't my degree.
Oh my God. You came inches of hitting the camera.
And it landed open again.
Well, how are you doing that? You should have been in varsity degree throwing.
I would have made millions.
But instead you became a photographer. I feel like that's just the pipeline for every gamer, at least.
I wouldn't describe myself as a gamer.
Did you never play games growing up?
Not compulsively, no.
Compulsively is a crazy word. That's why I quit gaming. Too many sweats.
Yeah.
But that's why we get into photography and videography, which there are also too many sweats.
And we're one of them.
And
so.
yeah, we are part of the problem. So welcome to the issue. Let's talk about it. Today we have a lot. I have a few hot takes that I want to talk about. That's like current events with photo, video, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
The first, let's talk about the thing that I mentioned in the beginning. I think influencers as a collective are quite broke. No, and hear me out, because I know you're giving me that look like you're about to disagree, but hear me out. How many influencers do you see on TikTok that are only doing brand deals right now? They're like they'll start out with like, oh, I'm going to make a video today, but today, before I begin, let me take my Vita 6 mineral gummies. Or, this phone mount is the best thing that's ever happened. And now it helps me make content anywhere.
I mean, known influencers, I haven't seen any of it.
Really?
Yeah. Like random people, I've seen a lot of it, but known influencers that I've followed or that have their name out there, I haven't seen any of it.
I think TikTok is kind of like the breeding ground for like the HSN style creators.
Well, I haven't even seen it on there.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe I need your algorithm then, because it's constantly.
Well, mine's all K-pop and anime, so I mean.
But like with the car stuff, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the ad for like this like visor phone mount, or it's like some like window phone mount, and I'm like, I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
I've already tested TikTok Shop Tech, and I was thoroughly disappointed. The most promising item broke within 60 seconds of me using it.
Well, darn.
We're going to play a game. I have seen some brand deal emails come through. As somebody that is getting started in this world, you tell me if you would take this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says, thank you for sharing your rates. We truly appreciate your work, but these prices are still a bit beyond our current budget for a seamless integration. Would you be open to a bundled monthly approach, say 4 reels per month for $80 with a minimum view clause of 40,000 views? Let me know if that works for you or if you have another bundled rate in mind.
Funny thing about this one, I literally just saw it 5 minutes ago while I was scrolling my phone on Threads.
He just saw it. Okay, so he's aware.
I thought it was absolutely atrocious. For somebody to be asking that. 4 reels for $80 a month. It's kind of laughable.
That makes me want to puke.
That's insane.
4 reels for $80 a month is like,
I saw
why bother?
I saw a reply to that when somebody said, I don't even offer 15 minutes of photography for $80, let alone 4 reels for a month for $80.
Yeah, I think
that might get you like a millisecond of a reel.
That'll get you like the thought of a reel.
Yeah.
Like, but I won't even share it with you.
Yeah. But
like, that's just the content creation part of it.
Yeah. I also saw they had a minimum 40,000 view threshold. So if they don't hit that 40,000 views, that means they probably don't see that money.
We know that this can't be an Instagram deal. This can't be. Instagram like does not show anything anymore.
Well, Instagram's a different algorithm, but TikTok
could be a little easier.
Yeah.
Like after taxes, that's going to be like $55.
Yeah. Yeah.
$50.
Bro said that wouldn't even cover my snacks.
Yeah, that's like maybe a DoorDash order for that if I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I don't know. It's just like these So that's a no. That's a no is what I'm
Oh
understanding.
yeah.
Okay, so you're not taking that
Heck
one.
no.
So what about the next one? Let's do this. Let's say you're a food creator. Okay, you be cooking shit. All right. I mean, you cook with the videos, you cook with the photos. Now you're cooking quite literally the food. So let's say you do a 30 to 90-second video showing the creator finding, shopping, and getting home from their primary retail store with their blank products. The blank is the brand. And then naturally going into the baking process of the recipe. The final shots would be of the finished recipe. Throughout the content, bags of unopened blank will be visible to viewers. Ample bags are always supplied. In return, we will send you 3 2-pound bag of our product. We genuinely believe that this collaboration has potential to be the highlight of your end, the holiday season for your audience. This opportunity will create a positive buzz and foster deeper connection between you and your audience. If this collaboration piques your interest, please reply to this email and I will be delighted to present your profile to our team.
What'd they say you were getting compensated with?
If I'm reading this quite literally, it says we will send you 3 2-pound bags of our sugars.
Yeah, no.
Nah, here's the deal. All right, I'm about to pop off on this because this is crazy. You want me to travel, all right?
Yeah.
You want me to go to the store, pick up your product. Like, oh yeah, we need you to go to the store, get some shots of this. Then we need you to stage it in your home. Then we need you to make this and then stage it with this and then have the product in frame at all times. And we think this will really deepen your connection with your audience. Like they know you.
The only way I think about considering it is if I was already had a trip to the store planned that I needed to get out of the way that day.
Free sugar? The only way I would consider that is a 4-figure check.
If I had to go out of my way to go to the store, if I'm not already planning on it, then I'm not doing it. But if I'm already planned on going to the store.
We think we're going to be the highlight of your end of the holiday season.
Yeah, no.
They think they're going to be the peak because they're offering you sugar. What an honor. Wow. Are we getting variety? Are we getting like granulated? Are we getting brown? Like, are we getting many types of sugar? Are we diversifying it? Or is it all powdered maybe?
It's probably your choice.
Would you take it?
70-30 no.
The fact that there's a 30 worries me. I'm failing you.
70-30 no.
Let's say you're posting about a drink. Let's just say like a sports drink type thing. You have to do this piece of content. You ready? Here are your deliverables. 1 high-resolution image, 1 high-resolution video, 1 story frame, 1 Instagram Reel collaboration post or a TikTok video, and your link in bio for 30 days. Your drafts are due by the, like let's say this is the first of the month. Your drafts are due by the 9th, with the approved content published by the 23rd. And you can start posting on the 16th. And you have to have everything approved. Not everyone who applies will be chosen. Selected partners will be provided with blank, the product, which has a retail value of $15 prior to content creation as a form of compensation. If you're interested, please apply now. Would you take it?
No.
You wouldn't take it?
No.
Good. All right. That's good. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you. You know what? Tell me why. Before I start talking, you tell me why you wouldn't take that.
Why I wouldn't take it?
Yeah.
If they want a high resolution product image, they want a high resolution product video. That's a lot of staging right there. You have to get that set ready.
Yep. You're right.
A lot of time and thought has to go into that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Link in bio for 30 days. I ain't doing that for nobody but myself.
Crazy work.
The only link in bio I have in my bio is freaking my website that's currently down.
Okay. All right. We're on the same page. Yeah. They made, well, also the other thing that stuck out was you have to apply for it. You're not even they're not even.
It's not guaranteed.
That's not even a guarantee.
It's not guaranteed.
If this sounds good, apply, and then maybe we'll pick you.
And you might get $15 worth of sports drink.
First of all, the link in bio. I guess we're a little different because also like we do video and photo full time.
Yeah.
So like that to me, that's extremely valuable real estate. Like I can't just give that up for nothing.
Yeah.
I need that. That's how we get clients. That's how we get work. That's how we funnel people over to our website. Not to mention on Instagram, like that's how I funnel people to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how I funnel people here.
Or you might have some people saying, "Oh, you could get all my links." No, I ain't doing that.
This is why I stopped doing St. Louis content. For those that haven't heard this story, it's just a lot of the groups and agencies that are in charge of like putting on influencer events. I get invited, but they're like, "Oh, we'll give you like 2 appetizers and a drink ticket."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you want me to post about it. You want me to share a story. You want me to do promo before the thing even opens. Like you want me to share the graphics that you sent me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. And I think anyone above 500 followers should not take that.
Yeah.
Like there's doing free work that's like free. There's doing free work that like you enjoy.
Like passion projects.
Like whatchamacallit. Last year I did the Extreme Experience. I didn't receive a penny from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to drive a GT3 around the track.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good deal.
That's a good trade.
Yeah.
You know, and I made a video about it and it was cool. And I still got to be like honest about the feedback that I gave for the event.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do a brand deal. If I don't enjoy something,
you'll know.
Yeah. Some people will just do whatever for $1.
Yeah.
They'll take any brand deal that gets thrown their way. And that's how we end up with the TikTok shop people.
Yep.
I respect the hustle of those people that like their entire page is TikTok shop links.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it. And then they're live like all the time too.
Yeah.
I actually, something I did see on TikTok was a carousel post, which I'm not even like offended by this because we're a small podcast too, but like we don't just be saying shit and just being stupid. We're giving our stories based on experience and real life knowledge. So Tyler, the creator, said podcasts should be banned. Quote, "We give a lot of people who aren't smart and just want attention platforms to be loud and incorrect, and other stupid people follow them. Where are the people with skills? We need electricians. We need drummers, painters, teachers. Everybody with a mic is crazy. That shit is gross."
I mean, he's right. He's right.
I'm not even mad at that.
No.
I mean, there are a lot of stupid podcasts out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stupid ones
that don't offer any source of critical thinking. They're just on there just to talk.
Yeah, it's like they're just there to yap.
Bachelor Nation podcast, freaking the Hawk Tua, Talk Tua.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that.
If you're not trying to actively like teach or provide some sort of useful information, then you can just have a regular old conversation with your pal. No camera needed.
Not everything needs to be like on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like some people, like they might go viral once and then they're like, "Oh, I need a podcast." Like the pipeline is crazy there. If you go viral, I'm just gonna talk to the camera because they need to hear this. If you go viral once, that doesn't mean you need to move to LA, get a manager, get all this stuff, like start a clothing brand or stuff. You don't need to do all that. Figure out why you went viral in the first place. See if you can keep that going. See if you can do that more than once. And then maybe someday you can get a podcast. But like make it add value, not just like, oh, I have a microphone.
Yeah.
People will listen to me. Like turn the mics off. Like there comes a point where you got to turn the mic off.
Yeah.
Long story short, I agree with Tyler, the creator. I think a lot of podcasts nowadays, like you don't need them. And I think a lot of people do grasp that concept early. Like they might do like a couple episodes and they're like, okay, this is not something I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Or they realize like, you know what? Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I'm gonna put down the mic.
Yeah.
Other people go on way too long.
Yeah.
Shit, I said we need a Tariff podcast equipment.
Yeah.
And that would do wonders for the industry. But again, we talk about real world experiences. We talk about things that actually happen and things that we've actually accomplished.
Yeah.
That's how we base our conversations. Also, just like clients, they'll talk to me and be like, "Oh, I want to start a podcast." And I'm like, okay, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Yeah.
Like,
is it just your daily life? Like what you woke up and started doing this morning and got ready for your day?
Yes.
If you're going to do that, just talk to your friends about it. Talk to the group chat.
Literally. Or like another way you could do it is avoid the podcast route altogether and like try to be a public speaker at some conference.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have an hour. People will sit there and listen to you because if you're doing a podcast, it's probably what you want anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You want people to sit down and listen. So you'll have people in this room that are actively choosing to listen and engage with what you are saying.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance you're going to get paid to do it too.
Yeah.
Why is that chopper so low? That was really loud for no reason.
Yeah.
Podcasters should need a broadcasting license. Radio stations are regulated for this reason. You know, that would be actually an interesting take. Like you need like some type of certification to do this.
I mean, radio shows basically are podcasts.
They are. And the competition there is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I have a few friends that are in radio and they talk about how like, I mean, a lot of them actually do go off and like start their own podcasts.
Yeah.
Because like the radio industry has changed so much over the years, especially because like podcasts are so accessible nowadays.
Yeah.
And you can choose to listen on demand.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's interesting. Like I've also noticed radio stations are like really making like a ton of reels and stuff too.
Well, nowadays you're seeing it because I don't know a whole lot of people who listen to traditional radio anymore.
Same.
So they're having to find a way to put their show on another platform. So that's where they get the idea to make it into a podcast as well.
Now, I'm not super familiar with like how radio stations operate nowadays because I'm not the average listener anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not part of that demographic. So like I don't know if like they're taking their show segments and like putting them on like, you know, like iHeart and Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Like I don't know if they're doing that or not, but that would be an opportunity if they're not. I don't know. It's just like I don't listen to the radio either.
Yeah.
Like
first thing I do when I get my car is connect my phone. Well, it automatically connects, but find something on Spotify or Apple Music to listen to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that. I don't listen to the radio stations anymore.
AM, FM, that doesn't exist in my car.
When I was in Detroit, I took an Uber that was like 30 minutes because I went to like one of the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in this car and it's this really nice old guy. But then all of a sudden, he turns on the radio and he's listening to AM radio.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anybody listen to AM radio in the past decade except that guy. That guy is single-handedly keeping AM radio alive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Maybe do you think it's an age thing?
Could be. A lot of sports are on AM radio as well.
Okay.
So a lot of people, if they're not watching the game, they'll be listening to the game on some sort of AM channel radio.
That's fair. That's valid. But like a talk show on AM radio, brother, just open podcasts, bro.
Yeah. Maybe like that. Maybe like they like what they're hearing. I mean, they just can't find it on a podcast or anything anywhere, so they have to tune into the AM radio version of it.
But then again, there is satellite radio, which I will say I do enjoy way more than traditional AM FM.
I don't really care for it.
Well, you know what? I did listen to a lot of satellite radio whenever I worked at Porsche because every new car had like the trial or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like anytime I'd get in one, it'd be like just on some randoms. But what was weird is they were always, I don't know if it's because the techs that worked on them when they arrived did this as like a prank or something, but they all arrived on one station. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
They all were playing Diplo's Revolution, but it'd never be a Diplo song. So for the last 5 minutes of the show, we're going to try something new. We're going to completely go off topic and we're just going to start talking about hot takes, like something hella random. You ready for this? We should limit where you can bring your dog.
Okay. Yeah.
I really think we need to revisit this because, and the reason that this is so fresh in my mind is I went to the coffee shop the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like sitting here eating waffles and with my coffee, I'm enjoying my morning. Somebody brings their big ass golden retriever in there. Tail wagging, And like, listen, I'm a dog person. Dog over
love
cat.
dogs. Yeah,
like,
love dogs.
Yes, don't get me wrong. I love dogs. If I see a dog, I will ask to pet it.
Yeah.
That's just standard protocol.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a restaurant, I do not need to see your dog. The tail's wagging.
Yeah.
Fur is flying everywhere. Brother, I'm in a place where food is being consumed. Leave the dog either outside or at home.
Yeah. If I'm going to like the grocery store,
Oh
I don't
my
need
God.
I don't need to see your dog walking in with you because one, food is being sold at a grocery store,
Bro.
and your dog may have parasites. Your dog has hair that sheds.
Ooh.
You don't need that getting everywhere. Also, not to mention, there are people that are allergic to dogs.
Holy
So you need to
shit.
think about them as well.
You're right.
So if you're taking your dog into, say, a grocery store, let's say Target.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if somebody has an allergic reaction to your dog being in the area?
I can hear it now. A entitled dog owner is going to hit you with, well, pollen's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And people are allergic to that.
You got to think about other people and what they want out of a situation.
I think dogs really need to be, I hate to say this sounds very like political and like regulated as to where you can bring a dog.
Yeah.
Because like, and I think restaurants need to do a better job of enforcing it too.
I'll say service dogs, they can go anywhere.
That's a different story.
They're needed. They're there for a
Yes.
reason.
Yes.
Like a service dog is welcome anywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
Having the certification makes it a service animal.
Yes, having the right
The
documentation.
certification and training.
I've seen too many times where it's like, oh, I just, it's got the vest. It's like, no.
The vest doesn't make it a service animal.
Vest doesn't make it a service animal. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Service animals go through years of training and
Oh my God, they do.
they get a ton of documentation just to become what they are.
And oftentimes they're trained to like go with whatever like condition or whatever, like I don't know the real term for it, but like whatever you have, they're trained to like
To handle
mitigate
the,
that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like for example, whenever I did the documentary with Dogs for Our Brave here in Dogtown, they train these dogs to help veterans, but like not every veteran has like the same,
there's
stuff going on.
yeah.
So one of them might have like mobility issues. So they'll train the dog to like open the fridge, grab beverages, or like, and then like if they fall or something, they're trained to like go find help,
Get help. Yeah.
alert somebody and bring them back.
Yeah.
Like there's different things. While others, they're more for like, like if they're having an episode from like PTSD or something, they're like trained to recognize the signs and like intervene.
Yeah.
Like every animal's going to be different. Throwing a vest on it, I feel like is not only insulting to that kind of operation.
It's the dog form of stolen valor.
Yes.
That's
the
exactly
perfect
what
way
it
of
is.
putting
Yeah.
It's deeper than just like, oh, I just want to bring my dog everywhere. Like,
yeah.
leave the dog at home. But I'm a dog mom. I'm a dog dad. I'm a dog parent. No, you're not. That's our thoughts on the matter. We'll have more next week. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. What else do I need to say to them? Comment,
Stay blessed.
follow.
Peace. Love.
That's the millennial heart you just did.
Okay.
You gotta do like this now.
I'm a millennial, so it makes sense.
Or you gotta do this.
What?
This one has always, I've always just been like, what the hell is going on here? It's like this.
I've never seen that.
And then there's that. But this also just feels like so extra. Can we talk, like, this feels like I'm throwing up gang signs, bro. Like, subscribe, follow the show, follow us on all of our platforms. Check out my YouTube channel. Bryce is currently, working on his. So we'll get there.